the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, y'all. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. So is Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, one of the things they'd like to accomplish, getting good shots. Maybe easier said than done. Defenses are quick to adapt, but they know that that's what gives them the best chance to win. So tonight, two inexperienced teams facing off. Shaq, if you were coaching a young club, what advice would you give?
Well, you got to play within yourselves, and if you make a mistake, don't let it get in your head. You just got to keep playing.
Wouldn't you also say, hey, get the ball to Shaq?
I would definitely say that.
Well, if he was on a young team with Shaq, I would say the same thing. But if you don't have a guy named Shaq, you just play with a great deal of energy, and that could make up for the lack of experience. So, you know, being young can benefit you in that way, and you can have some advantages that experienced guys don't have.
Would you like to play for Shaq if Shaq was a coach?
As a coach, I would like to play with Shaq as a young Shaq.
No, if he's the coach.
No, I didn't.
Would you like to play for Shaq?
I'd like to play with Shaq as a young Shaq.
He doesn't want to play for you if you're coaching.
Because they don't know my coaching style.
What is your coaching style?
They call me Pat Jackson.
A combination,
So,
it would seem, with Pat Riley and Phil Jackson.
Well, that means you're going to practice me hard, and we're going to win a lot. I want to play for Pat Jackson. I just decided.
Not me. Let's get to Kevin Harlan. Here comes the opening tip.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, the Warriors are the ultimate super team, and their presence has set off an arms race. Now, for those teams in the middle of the pack, the Cinderella run has never been more of a long shot. The question becomes, when is pretty good not nearly good enough for both fans and ownership? Back to you.
Well, DA hitting the reset button can be a painful process. And Clark, the league in general, increasing the pace of play. Tonight's teams exemplify that approach.
I really think the game was meant to be played at a high pace, Kevin. We've had periods where it's been a little bit more bump and grind, defensive oriented, but I like the trend that the game has taken on the last decade or so. Up and down, a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring, and a lot of entertainment value. I love it. I love the way the game is played now.
I couldn't agree more. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Parker and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Now here is Augustine. Good for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Tricky and crafty inside. Augustine has a unique ability to get tough shots over the defense.
Dunn kicks to Levine. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Levine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Augustine against Dunn. Outside Fournier. Just 5 on the clock. Over Levine. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Boy, you've got to corral Fournier on these pick and rolls. I mean, he just knows how to pick the defense apart if you don't.
Here's Dunn, the 11-footer, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Wow, I'm surprised he took that shot, but he has a huge size disadvantage in that matchup. but tremendous job to knock that one down.
Now here is Augustine. Down low. Nice D from Levine. Stolen by Bamba, and it's in there. Bamba's got his second basket.
And you see Bamba on the offensive end. Very raw, but has potential, particularly from this range.
Here's Gordon. Passes it to Augustine. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Markkanen passes to Carter. Back to Markkanen. Outside, Levine. Knocks down the three ball. Levine's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And Lauri Markkanen, a 7-footer who can really let it fly. At Arizona, the most three-pointers ever by a 7-footer in a single season.
Now here is Augustine. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go. Gordon with no one around. The Magic again can't hit. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Carter with the bucket. And Markkanen also setting records for three-pointers made by a rookie grade.
A quick release. The ball comes off his hands so effortlessly. He's more than a stretch big as well. I think he's a shooter who just happens to be 7 feet tall.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. That sends Mohamed Bamba to the free throw line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. The Magic shooting their first free throw of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And that one falls for Bamba.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright, bright future ahead for him.
One shot.
The free throw drops in for Dunn.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016. Didn't break through in his rookie season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago.
Well, you can consider it automatic when Fournier gets some space to shoot from there.
Augustine against Dunn. Over Augustine, and it's Chicago scoring again. And Greg, you look at Dunn, it can take longer for point guards to develop in the NBA.
A great point. It's the most cerebral position in our game. Learning how to run an NBA offense is a challenge. Good news, though, is he's putting in the work necessary to figure it out and progressing nicely.
Here's Levine following the bucket by Orlando. Right side Fournier. Carter with the block. Markkanen dishes to Dunn. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. And no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Lobbed up there for Dunn. Augustine with the steal. Fournier, that's for 2. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Fournier's got 6.
And quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
And that one, good. And that's 11 points for Chris Dunn.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
Here's Gordon. And he drops it in from the low post.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
2 on the clock, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Bulls up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and I think another key, guys, will be can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
Here's Dunn. Simmons teamed with Fournier on the perimeter. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Grant in at point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Dunn, wide open. He fires another 3 for Chicago.
Boy, how about Chris Dunn getting the ball in a great spot, making the deep attempt look elementary.
And Simmons slams it in.
Awesome at using his vertical to hammer down the alley-oop. Jonathan Simmons making it happen.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here's Dunn. He's got 19. Here's Valentine. Lays it up and banks it in. Valentine's got the lead up to 8 now for Chicago.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Done against Grant. Back to Fournier. And there's the pass to Simmons. Lock at 6. Grant. That's good.
I tell you what, total team player. When Simmons hits the open man like this, he adds value to his team. And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
Here's Gordon, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover, far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in.
That free throw good from Gordon.
Got to stay active when Gordon's out there. I mean, his ability to make something out of nothing is huge for this team.
Pass to Parker. Back to Portis. Kicks it to Valentine. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
That's good from Valentine. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. And Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time, and it's difficult to do even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you. And it's the Magic with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. It's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here's Dunn. 19 points in the game. To the paint, Isaac with the steal. And it's Grant in the corner. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. Zach LaVine comes in for Chris Dunn. Here's Parker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
What a wingspan Isaac has. I mean, this guy is incredible at denying shots, and he loves to do it.
The Magic trail by 3. Outside, Simmons. Now Isaac. He kicks to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. No good from Grant. Well, Chicago has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And, Parker's showing off how talented he is once again with that dime. I mean, if you're open, he'll find you.
Denzel Valentine, another tough, high IQ player, Greg, out of Michigan State.
Yeah, 4-year player for the Spartans. He knows how to play the game of basketball and has the versatility to impact the game in a variety of ways.
Bulls making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And that one misses.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Here's LaVine after Jaren Grant's bucket. And LaVine, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. LaVine's got 11.
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of LaVine helps him in a lot of ways.
And the basket by Gordon. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
Here's Gordon after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's good for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. So we'll see Zach LaVine go to the line here. That one on Vucevic.
Zach LaVine, a high riser, the 2-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Jaron Grant. And the Bulls making a change here as well.
One shot.
Carter's checked in. Free throw good, Levine.
You know, not a guy you want to send to the foul line. Levine, one of the best in this league for his age.
Pass to Gordon. And a wide open look for Simmons. Connects from three-point range. Simmons got 5 points in the quarter.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
From deep three-point range, Fournier pulls it down. Feeds it to Gordon. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They came alive in the second quarter, gained a lot of ground, and now we're looking at a tie game heading into the second half. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Chris Dunn has really been making it happen, guys.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, Chicago's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Taking a look at the Bulls. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Levine and Parker are the wings. And it's Dunn in at the point guard position.
Yeah, I love this night for Dunn. It's the kind he can build on, Kevin, trying to really gain consistency as a scorer. This will help.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And stolen by Fournier. To the inside. For the lead. And it's laid up and in by Ross. Ross has got the lead up to 2 now for the Magic.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no. Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hand.
Augustine, that's good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Chicago has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Now here's Markkanen. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over Gordon. Yes, and the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
On the free throw, no good. Clark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine.
Oh,
Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Dunn. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Ross has got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Passes to Bamba. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And here's Levine. He's got 16. Dunn outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
They get the rebound. Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Dunn passes to Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Levine's got 19 points.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Just 4 to shoot. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Kevin Fournier is somebody you can't allow to get comfortable. I mean, his jumper is cash moolah.
And it's Dunn penetrating, and then Carter with the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Parker passes to Dunn. Parker kicks to Markkanen. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Gordon. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Now it's a 3-point Magic lead.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there. He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Up top, Fournier, guarded by Levine, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Fournier. And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable running the pick and roll.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Done against Augustine. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando.
Well, I really like how Dunn draws these fouls. He's actually excellent at getting defenders to foul it.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
First free throw is good.
You know, being drafted number 5 overall, Dunn's faced a lot of high expectations in his young career. Certainly has the physical tools to meet most of those, and I believe he will.
The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Augustine with it. He's got 7. The pass to Vucevic. 14 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Magic lead by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Augustine and Simmons are the guard tandem. And it's Vucevic and it's Birch in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando. Vucevic finds Simmons. Uncovered. Good as the jump shot falls. Simmons got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on the run quite soon.
To the middle, stolen by Carter. And stolen by Simmons. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Owundu. Back to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the Magic score. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Orlando.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Poked away. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Justin Holiday's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Pass to Vucevic. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And stolen by Simmons. Pass to Birch. Here's Owundu. Fires at the elbow. and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Dunn.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Portis, and Jabari Parker subbed in for Justin Holiday. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
Deflects the pass. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by, and it's Orlando with another.
Boy, I like seeing Gordon work on that jump shot of his. He's going to need to knock it down consistently at his position to be one of the best in the league.
It's deflected. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. From deep, it's hauled in by the Magic. From downtown, and again it's Orlando with the three.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
Here's Dunn, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Dunn's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Bulls. Outside Gordon. Takes the 13-footer, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
Fournier passes to Gordon. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now. Well, I really admire the determination with which Dunn plays, staying confident in his shot at all times.
Augustine in the corner. Here's the floater. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Augustine. Augustine's got 6 assists in the game.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Orlando leading by 5. And Fournier kicks to Ross, and the shot goes down.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Carter, that's good. Here's Fournier. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Right through the D for the layup. Fournier's got the lead up to 7 now for Orlando.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead. Really impressed by the attitude of Parker, commanding the rock in crucial moments. That's big.
And that's an intentional foul. Simmons checked in for Evan Fournier. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And so they foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
You know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
23 seconds left in the fourth. It's Parker outside.
Great play by Ross. I mean, using that bouncing ability at the defensive end, love it.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You know, the comparisons to Rudy Gobert are understandable. Bamba's insane reach really helps on both ends of the court.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Time working against them here.
It sure is, and with such short time, it'll be really hard for them to catch up.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Hey, I think that should do it. Got to give him credit. He came through when it mattered most.
And done with the slam.
And done, guys, is just a clutch performer. It's as simple as that. I mean, this guy knows how to step up when it matters most.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. A 3 off the inbound. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend, my brother, and all NBA fans all over the world. My friend, my brother. I hope you guys enjoy my video game NBA2K, my friend, my brother, and for sure, my friend, my brother. We will see it again next time for sure, my friend, my brother. Hope you have a good time, a good day, a great day, a good night, and a good dream, my friend, my brother. Thank you again for watching. See you next